edition. Before we even get started, y'all, I want to give a special shout out to our sponsors, especially because I'm sitting next to them and I'm scared they're going to beat me. No, I'm just kidding, y'all. We have Nakia of 2U Wines. Of course, this is our hometown sponsor. And we also have Sherita Carthon. This episode is sponsored by her Save Yourself brand.
You see us.
She will be joining us today, guys, to go over her celebrity sales method, all the different things that she's been able to triumph through, and give us a little game when it comes to building your business and your brand. Without further ado, guys, welcome Sherita. Please tell the people who you are.
So, hello everyone, my name is Sherita Carthon. I am the creator of the Celebrity Sales Method. I run two different companies. One is Carthon Consulting Group. That's actually where I sit down and consult people about their brands. I do a thing called a drill down, where I literally look at their brand from top to bottom, figure out where all the holes are, and then also make sure that they're monetized, because again, if it ain't making money, it ain't making sense. So, and then I have Urban Classic Design Studios, which is actually the brand side where you get the logos and the flyers and the designs and stuff like that. So yeah, yep, young woman, two companies. I'm grateful. And a clothing brand. Say yourself.
Okay, I missed one.
Look, I missed one, but yeah, pick it back up.
No, so for those that don't know, can we get a little bit about your business background? Where did you even get started? Because I've been knowing you to be a hustler and a moneymaker for a little bit. I ain't gonna put you all the way on blast, but I will say, in honor of Black History Month, because we are filming on the 1st of February.
That's
right.
This is one person, if she don't be in the textbooks, she'd probably be the one designing them. So, can we break it all the way down?
So I would say my entrepreneurial journey started in college, but I think my entrepreneurial journey started all the way when I was 10 years old. So everybody knows that when you're 10 years old, the school has those catalogs and candy sale catalogs that you have to go around with your neighbors. And my twin sister and I, we were made fun of all the time because people felt like we were not going to make the candy sales like the other one, but we knew that their parents was pretty much like, and the aunties and uncles was pretty much throwing money to the situation. But my mother was like, I don't have no money to throw to y'all situation. If you're going to do it. So what happened was, when that time came around, I am a twin. My twin sister and I, we made a pact. We said, listen, at 10 years old, we are going to make a goal to make $1,500 over the course of the candy sales. Because you know it's not like a month. It's like 3 months. They give you time. And everybody knows that there's gifts in the middle that you get. And so we decided that we would not do our like give our sheets in every week. We decided we would do it all at one time at the last day. So people will be, the kids will be coming in, bragging, getting their little, what do you call those spritz toys? You know what I'm saying? A Pez. You know what I'm saying? It's just like little stupid stuff. And we just kind of held tight. And once we did that, we got in the last day. I had made $750. She had made $750, and we had a little bit over because people saw that we were hustling. We will go out, hit the streets every single day. I work a block, my sister work a block, I work a block, my sister work a block. We come in the middle, and then we just held it. And I think at that time I really learned that the ups and downs of entrepreneurship. I saw the money come in. I saw the inventory come in. I saw the days that we didn't make nothing. I saw the days that we did make stuff, and I really didn't even understand it all like that. So it came down to the last day, and like I said, I had 750. She had 750. Brought our money to the table. We were the highest selling kids.
I bet.
And those kids' mouths dropped to the floor, and the teacher was like, Sherita and Talia, can y'all come to the front and kind of tell people? And we said, because they were confused because they were bringing in their stuff every single week and getting the little toys. We got the grand prize. And so that delayed gratification, we didn't understand what we were doing at that time. But we had the biggest prize, and we raised the most money. You know what I'm saying? So we told our teacher we didn't do nothing special. The only thing we did, we sat down, we figured out our plan, which was we had to make $1,500. We knew that we had to do it by ourselves. We was gonna hit the block every single day. We were not gonna we were not going to report our earnings until we were done, and we had to go. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much we just kept our head down, kept on going, encouraged one another. So I think it was then that I understood that I was built for entrepreneurship, but it wasn't until like high school and college that really started to develop. But it was then when I was 10 years old.
Y'all, so basically y'all power, y'all power with the candy, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I see.
Okay. They don't play. That one thing, and shout out to Talia too, if she's watching the episode. The Wealth Wonder twins, they something different. It's crazy just to see identical twins and still actually like each other.
Yes.
And they're so much alike, but I love that you guys are still individuals. Like when you see them, they look the same, but you know, like you know one from the other, right? And I think with you doing marketing and branding, that's one good thing that we all strive to do, stand out. So how have you found your way of mastering how to stand out, even with somebody who looks and sounds exactly like you, like all the way around?
Question. I'm gonna ask that.
That's actually a very good question, and I want to take you back to another story of how I begin to understand the difference between branding and like really like strategizing and really getting a person to understand their target market, who they're reaching out to, what things should look like. So everybody knows that, well, in Cleveland, there's a restaurant called Kim's Wings. And everybody know Kim.
Polish
boy, chicken wings.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, every town has a Kim's Wing, a favorite place where everybody in the community knows where to come. Yeah. Food is good, community, everything. But they also have one thing that most other places have as well, and it's that community board where people post their advertising. Yeah, and so the thing is, I would walk into Kim's Wings, I would see all of these ads, and I don't know if it was God or instinct or a little bit of both, but it would just really irk me to look at the advertisements. You know, they have the white sheets with, tear the paper off, that kind of thing. And it was just so, I'm like, if you design it just a little bit differently, then it would be more attractive to me as a person. You probably have a really great service, but I can't tell because I can't get past the flyer.
Right.
And so what I would do, because I came out of college and I was going to be a journalist, but that didn't work out. So I'm like, I don't even know what I'm going to do. So here I am, a whole college degree, not knowing what I'm going to do. Yeah. And so I began to pull those flyers off of the wall. And I would take them home and I would redesign the flyers. And then, like a creep, I would call these people.
That's smart.
I would call these people and say, hey, you don't know me. I got your advertisement off of the Kim's Wings advertising board. I did something really different with your design. You can have it. I'm not trying, I just think it may be a little bit better.
Got him.
Got him, exactly.
And so people would be like, oh my God, I really never thought about it that way. And so it was then that I developed the gift of being able to make money out of absolutely nothing, because only thing I did was take what they already had created, made it better, and gave it back to them, and they became my clients because they were like, I don't know how to do this. Like, it feels like you got a gift. You know what I'm saying?
We need one of those things to be like, boom. We do, man. I promise we do, man. I don't think you understand. That was a work episode. You start checking out. Because like you can tell, you can apply that to any and every industry and just say, okay, I want new clients. How do you attract new clients? Well, once again, go to extra mile.
Make it better.
Oh, make it better. I'm about to call every for rent sign. Hey, you for rent? I got you. I got you. I got you. Listen, tomorrow we'll get you a client tomorrow. Like that's crazy.
Well, it's because All right, so, I mean, and we'll probably talk about this later. I come from extreme poverty, homelessness, you know what I'm saying? Where we literally had to make bed out of cots. Like, we would literally watch little rats and stuff like that go slither under the cots. You know, those kindergarten cots where it's blue, you know what I'm saying? Or hollow. That was my bed for like 3 years. I mean, I'll talk about that later. But
you can hit on it now if you want.
okay, yeah. So, I did an interview with Les Brown, which I call him my mentor. It's on my page.
Come on down, Les Brown. You know what I'm saying? Come on down.
We got the hookup.
That's how he do.
So, I was on an interview with Les, and we were talking, and he was just, you know, the whole spiel, tell me a little bit more about just you. And so, again, I'm a twin. My mom is a pastor and a missionary. She would take mission trips to Africa, the Philippines, China. And she got to the point where she felt like God was calling her to the mission field. And so we were supposed to go to Africa. So she packed up the house, sold the house, everything gone. We have like literally 8 bags of clothes, and we're headed to Africa. So en route to Africa, you can't just go from Cleveland to Africa. You have to go to New York first, right? Clearance, passports, visas. So we get to the airport in New York City, and our visas are lost. We have no visas. They're gone. We're sitting here, a family of 5, you know what I'm saying, 13-year-olds, my brother, in New York City. So we were stuck. Like, we had nowhere to go back to. Our house in Cleveland was sold. We were just pretty much stuck there. We had sold everything.
Yeah.
And so there was a pastor there in Brooklyn who, you know, they, you know, pastors and that, you know, missionaries and all that. They have their own network. So they called, you know, made phone calls. The pastor said, hey, come down. Y'all can hang out in the Sunday school room until we figure this out. Hang out in the Sunday school room for a couple hours turned into 3 years. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, so I mean, just referencing that, it just talks about literally how you have to, when you're at your lowest, you develop such a pain hustle, if I can name it that, that you have no choice. There is no leisure of saying, will I do or won't I? You must. Ooh. So the hustle isn't an option, it is the standard. You know what I'm saying? And so the thing is, we would hustle for clothes, and so we would go to the clothing pantry and get clothes, and we would, you know, hustle for food and stuff like that, you know, barter with people in the church to cook us meals, you know what I'm saying? And so when you hustle too much or you ask for too much, there is a part of you that just does not, I don't even know how to say it. There's a part of you that does not want to ask for things anymore. I'd rather just go and go work for it and just go get it. You know what I'm saying?
All my kids are watching this. I'm tired of y'all.
I was gonna, and I notice I always get on here and say, you know, I'm glad you said that. That's my thing.
That's all right.
No, seriously. I was gonna say to you, and because so many of the stories that you hear when somebody has made it or where they are okay and they feel like they have enough. It starts from that. It's from them being at the bottom and feeling like, listen, I have no other way to make this happen.
There's no other way.
And it's so true. It's very, very true. When you feel like you have to hustle for yourself, and I hope your kids are watching too, I hope my grandkids are watching, because I learned from a very early age when my mother said you got to do it yourself, period. Exactly. And the difference between you got to do it yourself to being given
made all the difference.
In the world. In the world.
This society, I mean, these kids are so entitled that they just don't understand the value of the hustle, and they feel like in life everything should be given to you. But the greatest rewards I've ever got, the best times in my life was in homelessness, because I was so hungry, not just physically, in my soul, in my drive, and everything that I did. It was dirty. It's just like a new artist that just come out. They have the best music ever. Why? Because they are given that chance. You see them a couple years later, there's some legends that just create endless music. But after a while, that hustle from the bro, you know, that's why you get a lot of one-hit wonders, because after they get that one hit, you know, it's just like they get married to the game, and they get comfortable, fat, and you know, start eating bonbons and ice cream.
Stay hungry.
No, hungry. That's funny you said, because I've always said to my friends, like, man, you watch that first album, was fire, because they're trying, they got the right beats, the right song, because they trying to get on. Want to get on, you like, album number 5 was whack.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
like it fell off.
Yeah, he fell off. But
and you hear them say that too, like I gotta get back in the lab, I gotta get hungry again. You know, you'll hear them say that. Yeah.
Man, listen.
Yeah. So
I got so much going on, but I wanted, because I'll never forget Get Rich or Die Trying, and I love that movie. Like I watch that movie, and I read the book if I need to. Once again, to not fall off, to not get stagnant, and not to, you know, just think, okay, I made it. I've not made it, because once again, it's not a how I say, it's not an actual destination. It's a frame of mind. It's as far as like I got to get it, and I don't want to get complacent or stagnant, thinking that I got no clients. No, I need all the clients. Bring them on to me. Not bring them on to me, but that mindset that I have to, like she just said. Oh man, I'll turn the camera off, because she said I called them and said, hey, I just did your redesign. That is so crazy to me, and that just sparked something inside me. Thank you, by the way.
Oh yeah.
That was.
That is dope.
That was God, and it was you, and it was, you know, sometimes when things come into your mind, you have to go with it because it comes for a reason. It's sending you in a direction, because, you know, that was genius. You said you went and redesigned, like he said, you went and redesigned what they already had, and somebody getting that is gonna be like, "Oh, this is dope." Period. What are you gonna say after that?
Right.
This is dope. Period.
Right.
Steve, you know? we taking pictures like, hey, yo, this picture, we can't get this picture out there. We're gonna take another one for you.
That's actually what he did to us, y'all.
Oh, it really was.
It was a game changer.
He like, oh, he did this right.
The lights off, the
angles. Right.
I got you.
But piggybacking off of what Nakia said, and not to have a shameless plug, but she said that was yourself, but that was also God working. So can we break down the whole meaning of save yourself? Because I know it's kind of like a 3-way tie, and I would love to, you know, just to have that audio to let people know this is what this means. It's more than just a moment. It's a movement, you know, like we always say. So let's break that down.
So save yourself came out of desperation, like honestly, like true desperation. So when you are a preacher's kid, your whole life is service to other people. You actually don't even exist, right? You are a pedestal. You are put on a pedestal, made to be perfect, made to be amazing and wonderful. While in real life, you're falling apart. You know, you have imposter syndrome. You know, you're procrastinating. I mean, you're just doing all of these things, having all of these closet emotions. And you are still pining and making sure that everybody else is okay, and nobody is checking on you. You know what I'm saying? And so I lived literally 35, basically like 40 years serving everyone else and saving everyone else from themselves. And they didn't, you know, I mean, even as women, like we give as mothers, as wives, shout to y'all.
Shout to y'all.
We throw it on the table and we take the scraps and what's left. And so I got to the point where I said, I don't, and not to sound like suicidal or like, you know, I don't want to be here, but you have to take some responsibility for who you are, where you are, and what you're doing. And the thing is, it wasn't until I had a spiritual experience with my Savior, and again, it doesn't mean going to church or, you know, being religious. Even though I do go to church still, I have to refine God in my own language. And so I had to find spirituality in my own language. I really had to just break things down where I can understand the language that was being spoken to me spiritually, so I could get myself together. Then the self part, right? Because it's just like it's him, right? But then it's me, right? Because I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a businesswoman. So I have to say, what about you? You okay? You good? Everything all right? You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like you enough right now? Do you feel like you have imposter syndrome? Like, how you doing? You gonna get your nails done? Get your hair done? You know, because there would be days where I would work 2 days and have 5 days of depression.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? And literally people were like, "What you don't what not?" But it's because I was so overwhelmed with everybody else's stuff. Everybody else's stuff. So it wasn't until I focused on my Savior and I focused on myself that I was able to save myself.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, so that's why the brand is Save Yourself, and it just resonates with anybody who feel like I gotta pull back from the world and everybody else a little bit to take care of myself, get my soul right, and be okay with me before I give me to you and everybody else.
That's good. By the way, guys, we'll have the in the show notes where you can get the gear, because I'm about to buy another hoodie.
Really? Because I'm going to take a little selfie, put this in my stories.
Right.
With a link sticker. Okay.
Please do.
I see me popping out here.
Once again, I'm glad that you said that, because I think so many of us, and like you said, especially women, just continue to pour, not realizing that you cannot pour from a glass that's empty.
Yes.
You must, it's fine to make sure everybody is okay. It's fine to do what you feel is your part to help somebody else. But you just can't do it if you're not okay.
Right.
And just so I think that the majority of us are in that place to where you don't want it to become a situation where you are suicidal, or you don't want it to come to a situation where you feel like you breaking all the way down because you just can't keep up with it anymore.
Yeah.
You know, so yes, and especially as entrepreneurs too. You know, you got, and when you're dealing with everybody else's things, you're dealing with all these different people. You do have to know when to. I was listening to something today about wealth, and wealth is when you have time. It's not about money. It's never about money. It's about when you have the time to do the things that are important to you, your family, your job or your business, and whatever you love to do, whatever your passion is. When you can find a moderate amount of time to be able to spend with those people to keep yourself happy, doing those things to keep yourself happy. It's about having the time, period. That's wealth.
I got a question, because I know we talked about imposter syndrome. I know that, so let's break that down, because I know a lot of entrepreneurs, they feel like they suffer from that. I don't know how many times we had a guest on here and they said, I don't want to talk about certain things. And we be like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you are dope in your own right. So my thing is, how do you said you dealt with it? What were some tactics that you used to get out of that mode, to get out of that?
And actually, that's a great question. And this is in the celebrity sales method, dealing with a little bit of mental health. Some of the ways that I got out of it is actually having people like Marquita and yourself around me, so that I can be reminded of things I need to focus and concentrate on. Because when you're an entrepreneur, a lot of the times when you're not delegating tasks to other people, you're alone, right? And you're not always around your peers, or having conversations like this, and so you get in your head a lot. So what I would do is I would turn off the TV. I would check my, do a lot of self-talk, a lot of just trying to figure out where my mind is, trying to figure out where those thoughts are coming from, and then also try to validate them, so you're feeling worthless. Is this something that you are feeling right now? Is this something that is true for your life? I would begin to ask myself questions as if I'm someone else. Okay. Right? But also having a check and balance. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Going to counseling, not being afraid of therapy, those things, and just really talking about it. Just really being transparent about it, and not feeling like I have to be perfect or put on a show, but just be real about it, but not live there. So there's one thing about having imposter syndrome, feeling and all that kind of stuff like that, but there are people who dwell in that place, and you wonder why you can't move forward, I got to the place where I was just like, I'm thinking about this a little too much, and so now my mind is there, and I can't move on and be productive and do the things that I need to do. So I really have to put myself in a position of productivity and action so that I can move forward past that place.
No, that's good.
I love that you broke that down. So that's a great question that you asked.
Yeah, because my kid, she see all the time, because we'll get somebody in the past, like, you're doing work. Dope things, like, you are dope, like, nah, I don't want to talk about that. No, talk your stuff, like, you are doing great stuff, like, And I feel like, unfortunately, in our city, everyone has this mentality like, if I'm not doing this, I'm not like this person, then I'm not doing it. No, you doing it.
Yeah.
You doing it. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I want us as a group of entrepreneurs to get out of that mindset, guys. Like, you are dope. You person watching this right now, you are dope. And never forget that. You know what I'm saying? Don't let anything you see or hear make you think otherwise.
Or allow yourself to listen to the things you hear, because a lot of people will edify you. People who love you will tell you the truth about you, and they'll tell others the truth. I think one thing I love about Sherita is her relationship with her husband, because they're actually like in love and friends, and still to this day, which is so beautiful to me. But the way he bragged on his wife,
that's dope.
You know how like she worked with the celebrities, he'd be like, "No, I got one at home." And it's a different like level of like I said, just edifying her. Hey, this is my wife, y'all. She's so dope. She just make me feel good. She cooked today. She made me smile. She made my breakfast or whatever it is. It's always like the smallest things that nobody noticed. That is like his like, oh no, y'all gotta, I don't know if you know my wife, or if you do know my wife, this is why she's still my wife type of thing.
Right.
But he has been like one of the main people who, cause she used to be quiet like for a long time. Like Sherita would just, hey, how you doing? Pop in, pop out every time I see her. And like, you know how you got a neighbor, you just wave to your neighbors, but you don't really talk to them. Her husband, I used to be their leasing agent. And they neighbor, and we used to stay across the hall from each other. And her husband would come down to our office for hours, like stop in, get his mail, say, hey, how y'all doing? And sit down and be like, oh, did I tell you about my wife? Let me tell you, do y'all know she doing this, this, and that, and that? Oh, let me open this up, because she made this flyer for my choir, and we doing this and that, and we got this thing, got the rock hall, and my wife made this stand, and hold on, let me open it so I can show y'all. And it was just a different night, so it made us like force ourselves, like when we see her, we're gonna stop her. And she has started, like, you know how everybody has like their own level of MLM experience. At one point she had lost all this weight, and I was like, is she sick? She's like, no, she's selling XYZ. And I was like, what? So we stopped her. We had a whole group of people sign up just to like do this challenge together to start purchasing from her and stuff like that. But the edification from others will validate you when you forget that you the ish or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, other people tell you all the time. You just choose to listen to other. You choose to focus on the wrong words that are being thrown at you, because so many people will tell you over and over and over again, like, oh no, that was wrong. I like that you did that.
Congratulating ourselves.
You
know, we are so focused on constantly climbing, doing better and better, and trying to get what we our long-term goals, that we don't congratulate ourselves and hug ourselves for the little accomplishments that we're accomplishing every single day.
Facts.
Yeah.
Because, by the way, you dope. I'm really dope.
You
know what I'm saying? Because y'all, listen. I just want to say that on camera, by the way. Let's get that on camera. But I did want to let's get into this stuff, because I know you be rocking with some people. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I want to get into that, because, like, I would love to get Kim Kardashian to do an episode with us. How can I get Kim Kardashian on the podcast? Let me call Lamar real quick. Okay, listen. Don't play.
Right, you know that family.
We good.
Oh, listen. All right, never mind. Kanye, come on through. You know what I'm saying? Get Kanye on the podcast. That'll be. I'll probably faint if the Kanye comes.
Don't faint.
You better save yourself.
Yeah,
Save
you're
yourself.
You're right. Y'all right.
You faint on camera.
So let's get to that celebrity sales method, because I want to know. I want to know personally, because I would love to sell $1 million house to a celebrity here in Cleveland. That'd be dope.
Well, all right, so just going back to the Kim Lean's analogy about developing brands and, you know, pulling the design off the wall. Of course, with the invention of, you know, social media and stuff like that, a lot of stuff became digital, and so I would be able to see how celebrities were crafting their brands and how they were interacting with their clients and not clients, with their fans, and just looking at the way that they were set up. And you would be so surprised that if you are an artist and you're not with a big end label, you don't have the infrastructure necessary in order to do what you need to do in order to be attracted to those entities, right? And so it's either you're all the way in or you're all the way out. There's just black and white. There's really no middle in between. And so the thing is, as artists, and even as entrepreneurs, our goal is to focus on the things that we're really good at. And so the thing is, with artists, entrepreneurs, celebrities, they have teams of people, if they have the backing for it or the financing for it, to bring in people like me, right? But what I was saying is there was a whole gap in the industry of people who were still in that celebrity status area, who may have come up with a little bit of money, but did not have the look that they needed to have. And so what I would do is I use my same method of kind of like digitally taking their brand, redesigning it, sending it to their managers and their agents and stuff. And this is way before people would begin to do fan pages for celebrities and stuff. Okay. And so they was like, who are you? And by this time, I got good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of knew design-wise what I was doing. I knew their audience. So when you're dealing with celebrities, you got to know your stuff. Period. Because celebrities, and this is in the celebrity sales method as well. If you're trying to work with a bigger crowd who is just more influential than the crowds that you're with right now, you have to come at a whole nother level. You have to show them something they haven't seen before. You have to show them a person that they don't even recognize yet. So when you actually show them that and you actually frame it in a way that they can understand it and make it simple, because artists don't have time. No, they're busy. So you have to really get to the point, show them the image, and really sell them a dream in like literally 10 seconds. Once the dream is sold, you win. You know? And so just like anything else, everything is about relationships. And so once I began to brand for one celebrity, then another celebrity like, hey, I saw that you branded for this, so it's still friendships. But it's just friendships on a whole nother level. And it's speed on a whole nother level. So whereas I would do a brand package for you within a week, I'm doing a brand package within 24 to 48 hours. And so the time space continuum.
It's short and dramatically.
It literally is, you have to be quick. And so I learned how to brand quickly. I also learned how to gather up a brand team that designed better than me so that I could keep up.
That's a good point you made. And I think that's one of the first things I learned in business that I haven't really perfected or done yet fully, and that's you cannot do everything yourself. You don't know enough to do everything yourself. And the important part about being a great business owner or entrepreneur is that you know how to pick those people. Okay, guess what? I don't know, but guess what? It's definitely somebody on my team that can do that for you or answer that question, because I've built this strong power team that where I fall short, they are the strongest. And then when you get them together, you learn from them. Not so that you can put them out. Not that you can, so that you can put them out, but because you're going to pick up on that extra stuff. You're going to learn. You're going to see. And they're going to keep you sharp. And their job is to keep learning and stay sharp in order to keep you sharp. Yeah. It's you can't do it by yourself, even though we think we can.
No, listen, like the hard way.
This is the greatest thing about working with celebrities. So some people say, well, I can't work with celebrities. Yes, you can. And here's how. It's because celebrities need more people than we do, right? So they need a real estate agent that they can trust. So everything about celebrities is trust. Trust. Because once you get to a certain level of esteem and certain level of stature, you can't trust anybody. Everybody is out to take your money. Everybody is out to, just take from you. It is one of the key lessons that I learned from Hill Harper. If you don't know, Hill Harper and our friends.
Oh, yeah, man. Hill Harper's the man.
He's cool people. But met him in Binghamton University, came up to me, and crowd full of people, like he was doing a lecture, came all the way up to me and asked me this one question. He said, Sherita, how can you pour into me? And so at the time, I was just like trying to be political and, you know, wanted to give the right answer. And I was like, you know, I can just start figuring out, you know, what you do. He was like, buy me lunch. Buy me lunch. It was so simple. And I was
That's what I would say.
You're right.
Me too.
And I was like, where you man? Where you want to go? You know, he was like, Olive Garden right down the street. Let's go. But he said that because there's so many people asking of things from them all the time. There's not one person. People want autographs and shout outs and pictures and, you know, nobody is saying, hey, let me send you a $25 gift card and a teddy bear and say good job at being dope.
Kanye, I got Olive Garden for you, man. Come holler at me, man. Come holler at me, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So I, over the last 25 years of just working with celebrities, seeing how they run, seeing how they roll, there's certain methods that they just employ, period. Not only to make money, not only to leverage really big in relationships, but also how to stay influential.
Right.
Period.
Stay relevant.
Stay relevant.
You
know, here, I'm gonna give you guys, for anybody that's on Instagram, I'm gonna give you some homework. This is what I need you to do. I need you to go to Beyonce's profile. You will see that Beyonce is following no one. And she has, what, 6 million, 7 million followers, probably more than that.
Way more than that.
Okay.
I'm part of
I think it's like 100.
Right.
I think it's like 100.
So already, you know what I'm saying? And she posts pictures. She doesn't post a whole lot of, you know, she posts Ivy Park, but it's mostly the wear. You know what I'm saying? And so what you have to do is if you really want to operate and roll like celebrities, study them. You know what I'm saying? Like really understand what their motivations are. And also, if you're not connected to a celebrity, get someone who's connected to a celebrity, but have value. Because when you make that call, so there's a project on the table right now with a very important celebrity who is looking to do a wine.
Oh, I'm your girl.
Right.
Came to the right place, baby.
And so the thing is, I'm branding for this person. I can't say who it is yet until everything goes through, but I already know who to call, right? So my thing is this: if you're trying to work with celebrities, be in position. You know what I'm saying? Be in position. Do what you do, and do it the best that you do it, and know that I can trust you to do that. I know she's going to sell wine, period. And she's going to have the best top quality wine.
That's
so
right.
if a celebrity that I know who is really looking for quality wines to put their private label behind, who am I going to call?
Who you going to call?
But right? But if you raggedy, if your business ain't structured, put together, you have no systems or funnels, you don't have, you know what I'm saying? Celebrities work with people who got their stuff together. You know what I'm saying? So the number one goal and rule in the celebrity sales method, the first rule is professionalism. Clean your brand up. Be approachable. You know what I'm saying? Don't do business. Like really have yourself structured. Because they're all over the place, and so they're needing to work with people who are sound, you know, they're really sound in their business.
So I got rid of my Twitter videos that's on my page today.
And
okay, I got you.
One more thing, the number one problem with celebrities is they don't have financial systems set up so that they can be artists. And it's the biggest problem.
What?
Yes. And so again, we're not talking about the Justin Biebers and the Beyoncés and the Jay-Z's. We're talking about the Little C's and, you know what I'm saying, Joe and stuff like that. You know, Brian McKnight. I ain't talking about nobody good type. What I'm saying is that you may see these people out doing amazing things, but they're still hustling. So right now, if you are a person who sets funnels up, does monetization, allows them to understand how they can make money without duplicating efforts, you in there. It's highly needed. So if you are in the NFT space, metaverse, crypto, and also online monetization.
Oh man, we got the plug right here. Pull up. We have a little bit of everybody now.
Right.
So we got Sherita. That's all you need.
So,
and Yes. I love, like, you do work with celebrities, and I love how you just freely giving all this game out. And I have noticed that Carthon Consulting has moved into the digital teaching space for helping little old me and other entrepreneurs get our whole business-ish together.
Yes. So, thank you.
Like Segway.
That's money. That's money right there. We call her money.
Yeah, that is money. So I did create a full webinar of just an introduction to the celebrity sales method, which breaks down every single. No, it's a new one. It just came out. So it's a whole other one. Okay. So this webinar that I did just dropped it today for Black History Month. It's only 28 spots available, so once those 28 spots is gone, it's gone.
Y'all better hurry up.
I'm not playing. So it's the link in my bio if you're on Instagram.
And the description below.
Yep. So it's on my linktree/Sherita Carthon, but it's only $25 for the next 28 people for 28 days of Black History Month.
Nice.
But it breaks down the entire celebrity sales method. So when we're talking about the influence of the, oh my gosh, my mind just went blank. But when we're just talking about getting with celebrities, being professional, typing your brand, doing the drill down, the whole thing. And also with that packet, you also get the celebrity sales method workbook. And I do have a copy of the workbook over there. We'll grab it in a second.
Yeah, put that up so they can see it.
Make sure we do.
Yes, okay. So, so I have two packets, but the biggest of it is this one, which is the Influencer in 90 Days. The Influencer in 90 Days package is literally a step-by-step guide of what I take my clients through when I do a drill down. Of course, a drill down is basically saying, again, where the holes are, where, the core strategies and stuff like that. I'm just flipping it just for a little bit. But just complete guide. We also have the ideal client, of course. Even Marquito here talked about target market, but I also left room for notes and stuff like that. So this entire plan is in there, and then it also has the full webinar. It's an hour and a half of just nothing but straight to the point content.
Game.
Yes, of game of how to not only tighten your brand, but also become an influencer within 90 days using this guide, step-by-step guide. Okay?
Now, this was actually good, y'all. I showed up for a lot of these, the live filmings for these, y'all. This, I like this one a lot, y'all. I ain't gonna pay the money, though. I'm gonna pay the money. I'm gonna pay the lady. It was good, though.
Yeah, so the brand monetization kit, which is $40, I probably will put it on sale for $28. Again, probably tomorrow for Black History Month. Yeah, I think I'll do that for 28 people. I'll do that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so I'll put it on sale for $28 just for 2 days. Not for, So this is the Money Boss Marketing Toolkit. It is a full-out toolkit, little message from me.
Oh, I like that picture.
Oh, thank you.
You don't know the Money Boss? I be trying to put y'all
But
on.
it's basically a tool guide, and it's colored,
that's dope.
Of all of the things that you're gonna need as I'm not.
Oh, daddy.
Right.
Yeah.
Just little tools and things that you can use, low to no cost, of tools that I use as an entrepreneur just to get started in monetization.
Y'all better grab that.
Yeah. So it's got, when I tell you it's got everything, and here's the good thing about any of my courses or books or anything like that. Anytime I ever update it, once you purchase that course, you will always get the new updates at no additional cost. So you don't have to purchase it again. It's already in there and it's protected. So, the funny thing is, I use Gumroad. Do you use Gumroad?
I use Gumroad.
Oh, Sendou.
I use Gumroad.
Okay. I love.
I don't use it. I'm learning.
No, but the digital. Having stuff digitally available where you can print on demand, because you know how it is. As soon as you get something, Amazon got us spoiled where it's like, as soon as I push the button, I want it at my door.
Yes.
So having stuff, Sendou, Gumroads, any type of digital download service that you use, Samcart, Kajabi, whatever it is,
ClickFunnels.
The fact that you are using it, it gives your customers instant access.
Yes.
You know, you got a printer or nothing. Yeah, because once you in the mood, you know, when you in the mood, you push a send, you put your money down. It's like, all right, now it's like, ooh, while I'm still in the mood, I got a couple hours to myself.
Yes.
Instead of, you know, binge watching TV, I'm about to drill down and do what I got to do.
Yes.
Which brings me, okay, so let me put my wine down because it's a mic drop moment. So I will tell y'all this, when it comes to the celebrity sales method, being able to close more deals and grow my business, I used to get on Sherita nerve a lot.
Yes.
But I've always been one to encourage her to sell everything that she tell, because she gonna tell it all, because like she said, she operate from a stance of service, and that's always how she moves. So Sherita and her sister, like I said, they've always been like, if you want some money real quick, that's who you talk to, right? So, you know, I'll be running my stuff by Sherita, and she'd be like, you ain't doing this shit, you ain't doing that shit. Sherita got me, or she didn't get me to speaking, but she got me more speaking engagements once I decided to get out my own way. So she does this thing, or she used to do this thing. I don't know if it's still a service. Okay, so she used to do this thing called the drill down. It was like an excellent service where you actually contact her. We go line by line through everything, your whole digital space, to see not only where you're ranking in your SEO, your Google, your website, making sure that all your platforms are level. And then what I got from it that helped build my business this much, you know, like it was like this much effort, this much income. It was the media kits and brand kits.
Oh my gosh.
One good thing when you are looking to work as a celebrity almost, or work in the same type of light of celebrity, you want to be a speaker, you want to get out there more, and you want people to kind of know who your brand is without you getting on the phone every day. Hey, my name's Marquita and I do this and that. Oh, you don't want to talk? Oh, hey, I know I got your voicemail. My name's Marquita and I do this and that. It's a one-stop shop, digital download that people can actually electronically retrieve, whether you send it to them, you print it out, you have it available, but it works for like your news, pitching to the news, working with other brands and celebrities, sponsorships and partnerships. Y'all know I do a whole lot of that. But the speaking engagements and having more corporate brands, having that as a one-stop shop for all my services, my prices, a different places that you can stay in touch with me, and different places that I market, it had definitely elevated my income. And can we talk more about that? Because that's my favorite part, when she let people do those, or let people sit in while she does it for somebody else.
The drill
down.
So the drill downs is actually my favorite thing to do in business. I mean, if I could just do drill downs for the rest of my life, people's life would really be transformed. And I think it's the funnest thing because I have a gift of finding holes. I don't know why, but
She's gonna tell you about yourself. I'm gonna tell you about the process.
It's good.
My mom's going now. We'll talk after.
Yeah, we got her now. She's
right.
Lock the door.
I did.
We're talking about kidnapping.
Man, listen, because my mom like we do drill down on the podcast.
I got you.
Listen,
we gonna do it.
Throw it out there and you ain't gonna catch it. She gonna do it.
So, one of the most important ways that people are missing out on money is they do not have a media kit. Like, I had a client who literally just got off the Nick Cannon show, and yesterday, Waverly Willis, I don't know if you guys know him, he's the barber from Urban Cuts. Anyway, we were talking, we have brand strategy sessions, and I was going through his drill down, and I said, hey, Wave, how do you, reach out to the media and stuff like that? He said, well, I just kind of send them a bio and maybe a picture, and I hope that they do it. I said, I think that's the problem, is that sometimes when you get so busy, you allow things to fall through the cracks, and you can actually make more money and get more reach. And so we developed a dope media kit for him, to the point where Christina Johnson and Brayley Evans, said, hey, can your company do a one sheet for us? And these are big end celebrities, Did a one sheet for Brayley Evans. She just got renewed on another series, literally 2 days ago. You know what I'm saying? So those things that you don't think make a difference could literally mean the difference between a 4-figure to 5-figure, a 5-figure to 6-figure, just because you have that in place. I tell people, don't wait until you go viral. Already feel like in your mind you're getting ready to go viral before there. Create the system. Create it, because the thing is, it's gonna happen. You just don't know when, and that's why I love Marquita. Not to throw it back on you, but she's a funnels and systems girl, and I can't stress enough to my clients how much you need those things in place. Because if you are, I call all my clients celebrities, because what I do is position them to be a celebrity, work with big brands, work with speaking engagements, corporate organizations, and so I already tell them you're going to be big. That's not a question. Right. We have to prepare you right now, because a year from now, 2 years from now, you'll have your media kit, you'll have your writer, you'll know when you go get a speaking engagement for $10,000, $20,000 that you will, what they're gonna have to get your transportation and hotel costs, and what's your honorarium, what are your rates? That's a really basic question. Like, what are your rates?
I don't know what my rates are right now. I gotta get my rates together.
So if
oh man.
So one of my friends, Michelle Williams, is one of the producers at the Today Show. Nice. And so I've been on the Today Show before, but she always asks me, like, I mean, that's what I'm just saying, like,
love it.
She always asks me, hey, do you know people who could come on and stuff like that? And I've recommended a couple people, but I want to recommend my people. But in order for me to recommend you gotta be ready.
You gotta be together.
So I gotta be a client, because I get my race together. You know what I'm saying?
It only makes sense.
Because once, and again, I cannot stress, once you're in that celebrity world, you're in. Like, it's straight up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We always want to be there, but we don't always prepare for it. And then I'm telling you, like you said, once you're there, and you're like, oh my God, I don't have enough product. Right. Oh my God, I don't have this. Oh my God, I don't have. Yeah,
you've seen how many people have gone viral and had to backtrack or go out of the spotlight because they didn't have their stuff ready.
I was watching this thing this documentary was talking about, from the dude who did the duck lips to the dude who did, like, all the people who went viral, and they literally all said the same thing. I wish I would have capitalized on that moment, because I wasn't ready for when it happened.
Oh yeah.
They didn't trademark. They didn't do all the different things. If they would have capitalized, they would, like you said, been prepared. They would have been able to monetize that and would have been able to take it even further.
Oh yeah.
Because take the Kardashians for a minute, because we all know the infamous, Tate. We will not speak of.
Mama Jura's on her game.
Right.
Yeah, listen.
That's money for them, though. Go ahead.
No, but they took a
home tape.
They took a home
video.
video.
I never saw it, but I heard it was basic. Just
Right.
I never saw it. I was like, was it? They were like, it was pretty basic.
But you can't knock it, because they created an entire fortune, put the whole family on.
The entire
family on. So you cannot knock it.
But that's all strategy on it. Everything is and that's what I'm just saying. When you're getting up to those levels, you're in rooms. People are having conversations, and you're sitting back like, what? Yeah. Like, they plan for paparazzi to be at their door when they come out for the, you know what I'm saying? Just like, okay, most recent situation, Rihanna, right? Yeah. And so the thing is, you've been seeing a lot of little clips here, there. She's at the gym, she coming out to the restaurant, and boom, all of a sudden she's doing a pregnancy announcement. So all that stuff is planned. It's right. You know what I'm saying? So so it's just like with Lamar. So I can bring it back to my life stuff, right? So with Lamar,
Lamar, by the way. Shout out to you, brother.
Shout out to my boy Lamar Odom on Big Brother, Celebrity Big Brother.
Yeah,
right
he
now.
did just do Celebrity Big Brother.
Yeah, he's on
there
now.
Yeah.
So, when we went in with his team, it was so organic, and he was like, I've always wanted to do this product, Son of Man. Right?
I like that brand, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. And so I was just like, he was like, I want a black Jesus with a white beard. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't just create just one, like, okay, here you go. I created him like several different shoes. You know what I'm saying? And so he was just like, I don't know which one to choose, because I love them all. And so the thing is, when he went on TMZ, he had, we did his logo, his new Lamar Odom logo, which he's going to get some, I can't, divulge all that.
I got you.
But I'm just saying, like, he's getting ready to come out with some stuff, and his logo's gonna be on there. But also, you know, he was on TMZ and he was able to wear the merch that, you know what I'm saying, that we created for him. So now people like, yo, you did the merch for da-da-da-da. So now I'm getting phone calls like, oh, shoot, you know. But then here's the beautiful thing about working with celebrities. My price yesterday is not my price today. Honey, as soon as that drop, you can't get an appointment with me without paying for it.
I know that's
You
right.
can't. You know what I'm saying? My prices have gone up.
Listen, that's
all right. That's the key. That's the goal.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I tell my clients. This is what we position you for with the celebrity sales method, with the workbooks and everything like that, because I want to be able to have a list of people that I could just make a phone call and say her, him. And because once you win, you win. All right, I'm good. So, yeah.
Wonderful.
Listen,
man, we get some jewel droppers on this
right.
show.
We should have called it the jewelry heist. Where they just drop jewels.
I don't even know though. Right here in Cleveland.
Yeah, right.
Right here in Cleveland, and you're not even knowing.
Yeah.
It's like it's so much going on behind the scenes. There's so many people that don't want to be in the spotlight. They want to do what they do well and let their work speak for themselves. And it's like we snatching them up.
Listen, and I'm about to say I'm partial. You know what I'm saying? I know our podcast is dope, but once again, it really is. You know what I'm saying?
But it's because of you guys.
Right.
No, and thanks to you.
Yeah.
Like people like Sherita, because I'm like Nikki just said, like people. Cleveland, like Marquise is bigger than just LeBron and Bone Thugs.
And we love LeBron and Bone Thugs, but it's way more to Cleveland than LeBron and Bone Thugs. And that's just the truth.
So much more.
Speaking of which.
Oh, yes, here we go. Money in practice.
If anybody who wants to come to Cleveland around Labor Day-ish, a little bit later, in September, I know somebody doing something real cold, and I know we like the exclusive getter, so please turn up the volume if you haven't already. Make sure your pencil is sharpened. Be prepared to put pen to paper, because Sherita, tell them what we got going on.
Listen, I'm bringing in some friends. Okay. Already made some phone calls. We will have some celebrity guests, but we're doing the Power Brand Conference and Expo. We already did it 2 years ago. We were slated to do it, but COVID shut us down in 2020. So now that we have a little bit of stable ground, past a little things, we are going to be at Aloft on the lake. And so, resort type of feeling, brick wall.
I saw the little clues. I was like,
rooftop VIP. You know what I'm saying? These people gonna be, presenting, doing some stuff here and dropping gems. But let me tell you, the Power Brand Conference and Summit. First of all, you are going to connect with some of the dopest chefs and bakers in the city. We have this thing called the Tapas Experience. I don't know if you know what tapas is, but it's
we had to explain that to Marquis.
We do have to listen, Brandon, he gotta come up, we put the Brandon up, though. We the pull-up experience, so we elevate the vocabulary for sure. Don't even worry about it.
Break it down for Brandon.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. I got you.
The Tapas Experience is where you have small plates, but it's not a small appetite. You are able to sample different chefs and bakers, their food and their cuisines, and it's basically like different foods from all across the city, all gourmet chefs, all gourmet bakers.
I love to eat.
All of them, most of them are small business, African American owned or women owned businesses.
Nice.
And so that's that part. But then the best part is that, everybody knows about drill down celebrity sales, but celebrity sales method is more, right? So in order to build a business, you have to have structure. You have to have funnels. You have to have networks, connection, networking. You know what I'm saying? Like, just so many things. And so we are going to have the hottest brand specialists and marketing specialists in the city of Cleveland.
Including us.
And then also vendors. There's a vendor expo that's going to be going on as well. It is 3 floors of conference. And if you cannot make it to Cleveland, September the 17th is from 2 to 7.
Mm-hmm.
You can go virtually.
Yes.
And so we have Power Brand Expo on Instagram now. So if you go to Power Brand Expo, you can see a little bit of the teasers that that you were talking about.
Make sure y'all follow. I know that y'all be liking the, Snoop. But make sure you follow, because every update that comes along with it, you will be able to get it. Turn on the post notification. So every time there's a new update, you will know. Because if you miss me, don't be surprised when I
big
get
business.
Big business.
So I am a couple years ago I did do a brand partnership with American Express, talking to my friends back at American Express, and I'm thinking about being a headlining sponsor for this conference. And so we ain't playing no games.
Yeah, this ain't no little bit.
This ain't a little bit situation, okay?
Nice.
So I will be posting videos and pictures from the last Power Brand, so people can kind of get an understanding of what it was. But we have fun. We eat. We socialize, workshops. You're going to literally walk away with a whole business. I mean, trademark lawyers are going to be there, CPAs. I mean, just everybody that you need in order to build a strong brand. I mean, just even people who are dealing with options and crypto and investing for the advanced business owner who is now scaling and need to know what to do with their money. People from the NFT market, metaverse market is going to be there. So we ain't playing no games. So if you are dead serious about going into 2023 with a hot brand for the future, I'm not talking about for this year, I'm talking about for the next 10 years from now, you need to be at this conference.
Will be.
So, yeah.
We there.
Will be.
Yes.
We there.
Well, if you haven't recognized just yet,
The 2 you ones may be kicking in. It may be kicking in.
Sherita is episode 23.
That's
She's
right.
putting us in perfect position so that when 23 hits, I know everybody say this year gonna be my year, this year gonna be my year, this year gonna be your year to position, because next year, the 23, boiling, okay, full-fledged Jordan year. So I just had to make sure we moving from business to business. That might even be the episode title this go around.
Oh yeah, that's a good title.
Yeah,
like
for
it.
sure.
I like it.
I love it that you're no stranger to struggle, but you have become so deep in service that it has positioned you to flourish.
Yeah.
And that has been one of the things I've really loved about you. I love that we've been neighbors.
Yes.
Because, it's different. Just living in a high rise anyways, on the water.
Yes.
And having waterfront property and being of a certain demographic. By that I mean black women, young black women too. It's like, it's different, and it's nice and refreshing to see, even having babies, and the babies are born and their neighbors, we come out our doors, we meet on the elevators, we meet at the mailbox, whatever, and we support each other. We did pop-up shops at the
location.
Yeah, like we've been hustling together for a long time. And we've been supporting one another for a very long time. And I love to see how we've continued to grow. I love to see your growth. I love all of the updates and the fact that you just
Can I talk about
And Sherita comes to the events as well.
Her pull-up game strong.
I'm gonna talk about this female real quick. So I'm just gonna say I'm not going to be successful because of Les Brown and all the celebrity friends. I want to be successful because of her. The reason why I say that is seriously, is because when I was battling imposter syndrome and battling just self-worth things before I saved myself, she kept saying to me, you need a Marquita as your friend. Like, you need a person like that.
Shout out to you, Marquita.
Right, seriously. No, because she was the one. She was the one, like, no, I believe in you. You can do this. And the thing is, you never know the friend is going to plant a seed in your head for something that's going to be years to come.
Right.
And so when I know now that I speak, I'm going to be on national platforms. I'm going to be with my celebrity friends. I'm going to be having more conversations like this. But she's the friend that was able to plant the seed of confidence which is more valuable than any type of gift a person can give. Because once you gain that confidence and once you really realize, like literally put yourself aside and really understand how much people need you to talk, to write courses, to be present on social media, to do lives, all of these things, and it makes you a better person. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when you get to the point where, you know, like, you get to that Beyonce song, I just want to know that I left a legacy. I want to know that I left myself in this earth.
Yes.
You need a Marquita to pour into you so when you're not there, when you get there, you can recognize that you're strong enough to take the journey.
Listen,
Nice.
shout
Shout
out
Marquita.
You
need it right.
What a way to start.
We about to make some money.
Okay, she does touch you. Both.
Yeah.
She does.
Yeah.
I mean, right away. Like we never stop talking, and we talk about this all the time. We never stop talking, and I'm like, I love, and she drops the jewels all the time, so freely.
Yes.
So freely, and always builds me. Every time I got something to say, she be like, Nakia, da 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 da. Something, you know, something that makes me change the way I've been thinking at that moment. Something that makes me feel like I'm going, I'm pushing.
Because
Y'all starting my birthday
No,
good.
Chill out. You all right.
Genuine people, you know, and I mentioned this on the other show.
Yes.
Like, I feel like I'm constantly meeting genuine souls.
Yes.
And I'm happy to have been pulled into this circle because I didn't see it coming. And I've just been enjoying every moment of it because, you know, I mean, I say this all the time. You hear texts all day. I gotta put them on silent all day. But it's always so encouraging. And we got a group of people here that are constantly encouraging each other, constantly helping each other and supporting each other. And money come off the top of the dome. Money is just, I named her Money. I'm like, that's money right there. You know, I'm like, she's a beautiful person.
Definitely get you some new friends. So the first step is being or pulling up or just elevation period is to surround yourself with the right people. So if you made it to this part in the episode, I know that you're on the right journey. First of all, because you saw the value. So thank you for even believing in yourself and investing the time in yourself, which is more important than investing the money in yourself. So thank you for doing that. And thank you for being able to recognize and experience this with me. But it's truly all of us. Everybody in this room, in front or behind the camera, has really played a part in positioning me for even more growth or just being able to keep pushing. You know, sometimes it's not always what you do or how you do it. It's sometimes it's who you doing it with to really make that difference. And I really just love that I was blessed with all of y'all for real because all of y'all have made a true difference in my life, but also in my business. And I really, it matters who you surround yourself with. So if you have not already, please make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Make sure you are following at the Pull Up EXP on Instagram. Make sure you are following all 4 of Sherita pages. She got 3 businesses plus the conference and Sherita Official, obviously. But all of that will be linked in the description below. Make sure you guys continue to stay tuned.
One last thing.
Go ahead.
Before we go. So, Sherita, what are 3 things you want someone to get from the episode tonight? Because you dropped the bomb. It was all heat. So what are 3 things you want a person to watch the episode to take away from?
So the first thing is that get out of your head that you need money in order to launch. Like right now with the advent of social media and free tools and resources, if you just really put your mind to it, you can launch a full, solid, professional brand with little to no money, like maybe $10, but you know, $5, $10.
No excuses now.
There's no excuses. I've seen people launch full brands with absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? The second thing I would say, take advantage of your network. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of your network. There are people around you, just like Marquita said, not everybody is an op. Not everybody is out to see that you fail. Not everybody is a hater. there are people around you that you probably are not paying attention to that can really help you get to the next level. The last thing I would say is if you're dead serious, whether you're doing a hustle or you're doing a full out business, whatever, from the bottom, know what it is that you need to get done, the essential elements, get that done, and get yourself out there. Take action, stay focused, even if it's one thing, get education. Listen, here's a bonus. Pay for, invest in education. And I cannot, yes, you can do things for free. Yes, you can do things for free, but you waste more time and energy and frustration. I've cut a lot of curves just because I invested in courses and masterminds and people. It's invaluable. I have tripled my income just because I've invested in my education. Period. So that's all I got. I like that.
You can't close no better than that, y'all. Like we said, guys, we're going to close the episode out, but we want you to know that if you want to get in contact with Sherita, if you want to get the celebrity sales method, you want to get, do consultations?
I do consultations, drill downs. Oh, yeah.
Drill downs, all that good stuff. We're going to have it right in the bio for you guys to go ahead and check that out. Also, guys, September
the 17th from 2 to 7 at the A-Loft Suites. 3 floors of just unadulterated amazingness.
Listen, it's going to be dope people there. This dope lady's going to be here. We're going to be there.
Yes.
So we want to see you there, okay? So, we can't... Episode 23, y'all. That was a good episode.
It really was.
And like Marquita said, we want to thank you guys continuously because I think we're like 2,500 now subscribers. Y'all just keep doing it.
Like, so much appreciated.
We really do, y'all. Like I don't want to toot our own horn, but I got to. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. What's the reverse imposter syndrome? I got not imposter. I got imposter syndrome right now. Because I'm going to talk right now. Because we all got pasta, right? Because
he has to give us one.
Yeah,
he has to give us one.
I do. Because I want you to understand, we have not been doing this very long. We're episode 23. And y'all just keep coming and like, that goes to show like people like Sherita who come on our show who once y'all want to see it, obviously. So thank y'all. You know what I'm saying?
We want to offer everybody something.
Exactly.
We want to offer, we want to have something that you're thinking about doing or something you're contemplating or you may already be doing and you just need some guidance and some help. We want to have somebody that can give you the ins and outs in the business about it so that you can get educated, so that you can reach out to them and that you can move to the next level. And if you call in Sherita, then you'll be dealing with the celebrities and everything. You gonna write. You better get ready. You better get ready.
Yeah, so if you're coming to me, you are actually ready to be a high influencer, working with big brands and big people.
You better be ready.
And so if you're not ready, I'll get you ready.
Man,
yes.
I'm about to give her a call because I'm
for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, clean it up.
Kanye, I'm coming for you. You know what I'm saying?
She gonna teach you what topics made in there.
I learned something.
The topics you might be thinking of. That's a different kind of job.
Let's talk later.
We do appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all next time. All right?
Yeah.
Y'all have a good night.
Peace.